might need a bug.
They don't know. Let's start.
We need a video idea! What are we gonna do?
If I were a rich man, I would just pay somebody to come up with an idea for us. On the other hand, it is very traditional to come up with your own ideas.
How are we going to find a plot idea tonight?
Well, we're gonna find a plot idea the same way we do every night. We're gonna ask a ninja.
And action.
What I am ninja, he is ninja, she is ninja too. I am ninja, we are ninja, but I believe that you are ninja too.
Oh, right. Well, Tevya, Brain, Veruca Salt, and Napoleon Dynamite? Askaninja! Ninja, how do you come up with a plot idea for the Wesley Video Scavenger Hunt that includes the plot idea of Apocalypse How? Well, everybody, that brings me to an idea that I once had. Actually, it was a story about how I killed many, many people, and I'm just being very stereotypical. I can't even talk right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a story. It's kind of a scary story, so if you're a little skittish, avoid your eyes. Don't watch and just judge us with high points. Alright, and it reminds me of a story with Brain and Veruca Salt and Napoleon Dynamite and Tevya, so it's going to be very applicable to the people that ask the question. So let's tell that story right now. One day, Brain was plotting his next plot, and how to take over the world.
Well, Veruca, according to my plans, shake the Tacoma Narrows Bridge on July 1st, 1940. We will essentially take over the world.
But I want it now!
Well, July 1st, 1940 is when it must happen.
If I don't get it now, I'm going to scream!
Yes, well, do it somewhere else.
And meanwhile, Tevya and Napoleon Dynamite were serving absolutely no purpose to the plot whatsoever.
God, what is that noise?
And meanwhile, Veruca Salt was holding her breath for world domination.
Curses, they foiled our plans. And holding your breath won't do any good. Let's go.
And Tevya and Napoleon Dynamite chased after them with no real reason to do so.
Come, Veruca.
You look like you would be a good match for my cycle. No, you look like a grandfather. You look like Ron Burgundy.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Past a mountain and to the porta potty.
That was the plan that Brain had. Meanwhile, the ninja was filming the other teams unawares.
Yes! As you can see, all these construction materials are for my next world domination plan.
Oh.
Sweet.
I like it.
I get it now. Oh, no!
And there was a danger sign. And the four were off. They were running across the frozen tundra with a carefully placed camera right behind him. And they were going so fast that the cameraman couldn't exactly keep But they couldn't let the bad guys get away.
Why did you not make man able to climb ice?
You can...
Let's go around, they thought. And they thought it was a pretty good idea. And maybe another way would allow them to climb up the hill. Maybe. But of course they couldn't, making the shot incredibly long, drawn out, but hopefully funny. And there was the other team, filming something on the giant mountain that we're supposed to get for points. Back to the chase.
There's a tire track.
And there was a man in a skirt who evidently ruled the mountain, but that is not important to our plot whatsoever.
They'll never find us in here.
I don't want to go in there.
Get in! Maybe they went in here. Nope.
And Veruca Salt and Brain were nowhere to be found. Where could they have gone? Anna Tevka?
I don't know.
Newmanland.
And so Tevya and Napoleon Dynamite went to Newmanland because that was incredibly poignant and important to the plot, and they obviously got to it by a logical method of understanding where they were supposed to go next, and it was worth points. So as we continue our story, I'm supposed to be narrating, not being in this so much, so let's go back to them, shall we?
And the cameraman could not get things in focus. Okay.
At last, we are here in the mystical land of Newman.
Newman, why?
I hear they have an improvisational group inside. Perhaps they will have plans for world domination.
Tevya, fat lard. You know what they say about the size of one's belly. The good book says... Well, I don't know what the good book says about that, but I'm sure somebody does. There was a particularly beautiful judge that had no purpose in the plot whatsoever, and didn't know that she was being videotaped. I've almost forgot. And just to complete the trio, there are the other two, Ron and Charlie.
Let's lose the ice monster.
There goes a car!
Boy, it's a good thing we learned from the Numenorians about all the ice monsters. Maybe we can use that to stop Tevya and Napoleon.
Daddy were here, he'd make you go away now.
Ice monster, I choose you!
And there was a giant ice monster between the two. Roar, he screamed. And how do you beat an ice monster? But with fire.
How can we defeat an ice monster? We need fire. They thought maybe matches. That reminded them of a song. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch.
I make matches.
Awesome. And they struck up a deal to kill the ice monster because
Let's
he
shake
made
on it.
matches.
Behold my invisible fire!
And the matchmaker joined the party. What is coming? Well, this is the planetary liquidation control, and I wonder what happens when I press it. Goodbye. It's over!